Good morning. I guess it's not morning where you're at, but hello, I'm Justin, and I will be talking about a stress test today. Yes, the last Wednesday's video, we talked about me doing a mini stress test, but today we're going to talk about the full stress test, and that's coming up right after this. Alright, everyone. Welcome back to Just Justin. I am Justin, and I will be your host today, as always. So back on December 17th, 2019, I headed over to the heart specialist place. I don't know what it's called. But I went over there to do a stress test because the mini one was inconclusive of what was going on. So I took my workout bag because I had to change into workout clothes, and I was going to head straight to work after that, but I wasn't thinking things straight through because I would probably be all sweaty and stuff like that, and because of the stress test. But I didn't think all the way through. But anyway, so I went there. I got into the lobby. They asked me to go change, and so I went to change, and then they had me fill out a whole bunch of information, and I went back in there, and they're like, okay, we're gonna put you on the treadmill, and you have to go at a high pace. I'm not sure what the high pace was, I can't remember, but I had to do that for 45 minutes. I was thinking, oh yeah, I can do that, that's not a problem. Yeah, maybe if I was 18, but I'm not 18 anymore. And so they hooked me up to all these heart monitors, and then I sat there, and they were looking. They're like, something's going on here. You know, they thought maybe their computer was messed up, and they're like, okay, I'll be right back. And they left the room, and I was sitting there like, what the heck is going on? I mean, what in the heck is going on? They came back in, and they printed off some stuff, and then they walked back out. And then the tech came back in about 5 to 6 minutes later, and they sat down and said, all right, we can't do the stress test today. And I was like, why? And they took the readout and said, because there's an irregular heart rhythm in your heart, and we've got to take a look at that in a different way. I was like, what? Explain that to me. And they're like, well, we can't really explain it. All we know is that it has an irregular heart rhythm. And this is something that we have not, well, they've seen it before, but they couldn't say very much because they were only a tech. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's go and let's schedule me another stress test. Yeah, another stress test. Okay? And so I got dressed. I went back out. We scheduled another one for me to come back in. I mean, I was there at 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay? And it was supposed to last about 3 hours. And it didn't really last that long. And I got dressed. Okay, so I left work. Okay, I left for work, but I stopped by my wife's office because her office was just 4 blocks from where I was at. She came down. I called her. She came down, and we sat and we talked. And I was like, okay, so it's the stress test. I couldn't do it. I failed it. Yeah, I failed the stress test due to an irregular heart rhythm because they found something wrong with my heart. And we sat there for about 15 minutes just talking about what's the possible, like that. Yeah, I figured, I was overweight and I was putting a lot of stress on my heart and I needed to do something about it. But what was wrong with my heart? Why was it an irregular heart rhythm? That could explain a lot of the things that I was going on. I wasn't sleeping very well. I'll talk about my sleep a little bit later. But yeah, so as I drove to work that day, I wonder how I got to work. Maybe it's just muscle. But muscle memory, you can do something without even thinking about it. As I was driving to work, I was thinking about what is going on. The mini stress test, they found some inconclusive findings. And this stress test that I didn't even take because my heart rhythms were irregular. So I was thinking, what is going on? What? And I was nervous. I was stressed about what's going on because I am overweight. I would be the first one to admit it. I've just admitted it 100,000 times probably already. Okay, not 100,000, but you get my point. So I have to think about what my irregular heart rhythm is all about. So so let me take a moment to ask you to like and to subscribe to this channel. I'm new here on YouTube and I could use the help with that YouTube thing to make more people watch the videos. Okay, and if you are experiencing irregular heartbeat, overweightness, diabetes, hit me up in the comments. Leave a comment below and then we can work it through together. Even if you're not, leave a comment down below. Have it be positive. We don't need any negative people around. But do a positive comment down below. And thank you. So next Wednesday, I will be talking about my other stress test. And this stress test is interesting. All right, so that concludes for today, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!